What is? Where am I? Opening my eyes with a bad feeling of déjà vu. I don't see much, but this thick viscous fog, the bitter smell that reigns all around me is suffocating. And without even saying it, I recognize it. This smell is stronger with each reverberating step in the silence. It feels like the entire plague of the world has joined this place of road. Now noises, or rather whispers, mix with the mist, and what it carries makes me shudder. Too many doubts, too much terror, too much blood, that leave place to only one reality. Whispers are actually screams. The fog, met by a dust carried by fights, and the smell itself is now visible. Corpses, lots of bodies, members mixed in a sick heap of red filth. The battle must have been terrible. Even if it seems useless today in this mess, it is now impossible to recognize the flags. This landscape is a dreadful discovery. And more than this question obsesses me. What am I doing here? In this place, I doubt an answer can be found. Here, only lie the remains of ones who once loved and loved. What a waste. I must keep on going and risk getting lost. Underneath my feet, I hear the bones shredding sometimes. Bunny corpses are crushed under my weight. Over those I do not dwell. I would rather ignore whether fate let them keep their face. Yet, a bit of light on this scene, and I am facing what could have been a young man once. Not easy to know how old he is, or if he was beautiful. Today, it is only one of those dead bodies, but I can't help feeling his fear, loneliness. I finally close his eyes with a wave of hand.
Thank you.
Nearby, one by one, appears the images of each body, and even though it could seem horrible, I am observed by this strange ballet. And when only the young man ghost remains, hearing his voice is quite trite to me.
Am I dead?
He looks at his hands, or they contour, turning to them again. Doesn't understand, and sincerely, I am useless, not even knowing where I am. I babble something to fill the void creeping between us. He breathes, or pretends to, and with a surprising coolness, almost placid, he explains. His death, war, the issues, the fear. This war is an almost divine battle that can quickly sum up a Manichean duality. From one side you have the main claim, joined by all of those who still kept a beat of mercy. On the other part, the worst mistakes nature has ever created, flanked by many other powerful abominations. So, I am in the middle of war, totally routine somehow. But what am I doing here, and for God's sake, who am I with? My ghost left. Nobody else for an asking. Still confused by this exchange, groping through this fog, I don't even notice the two men coming towards me. Now, the situation, though incongruous, doesn't seem dangerous. Something calm, feeling like taking it easy, leads me to their good intent. The first one, small and thick-set, has a pleasant gentleness. The second, however, has a beauty almost disturbing.
With us, you have nothing to worry about.
They tell about destructions, survivors searching to preserve what remains to be saved. Suddenly, I feel compelled to help, as if I belong to this world. How come destroying? No, I'm not a monster. I'll be a hero and these two men will help me. Finally, forget about they are not human. For looking closely, the smallest, Arcus, is very hairy with yellow eyes, and the tallest, Nathanael, has got inordinately long teeth and red eyes. But they have muscles, and stand here. Caught up in an epic, we walk towards a shelter by the countryside, the hideaway of the one who helped us, Yared. I wrap the blood and sweat beading on my freezing skin when I see the stranger. He is calm, almost stoic, makes me feel kind of sweat goosebumps. Here we are, in the middle of his strange jumble of spellbooks, steels, and vials. Oddly, all this seems normal. Anyway, I have no time for asking. My two fellows went to get more friends. Alone with Yared, I observe. His dark hair, his grey eyes, on his white skin, tattoos deeply incised in the flesh. I found out. The fire smell and the wind flash hammering the doors make my head spin. He only said his name. I don't need more. His smell gets me dizzy. Then, suddenly, I stick to his back. He pays no attention to my fragile body and bends into his desires. I cannot resist. He goes on tightening his embrace until he hears my breath break. My eyes ask for more and, bluntly, he turns me sharply. His swift and jerky movements betray the fury that seizes him. Once in a while, he relaxes, embraces and stares at me. His thumb rubbing my lips, curses my shake. When I awake a little bit later, I am alone with this strange feeling. Somebody needs me. Mechanically, almost pulled by an invisible thread, I run outside. More the trees narrow me, the more my doubts fade away while my fear increases. He's afraid. He's alone. But who is he? Breathless, I face him. Arcus is laying. His body twists, horribly shaken by the terrifying cracking of his contractions. My friend is curled up, close to me, with few hairs for only clothes. If not ugly from a physical view, the small creatures in the trees are far less charming. A set of tapered teeth hidden behind a smile. Then, furious being interrupted while eating, the wrestling wings rush over me. I run away, abandoning him. Nothing forces me to help somebody I know the day before. We could both be devoured. It is useless. However, I wonder, perhaps I could have helped him. I may go back. Settled. Dead from fear, but here I am. And will not double back. I ran through the last row of oak trees that keeps me from my friend. I can see a horrible throne gathered on him. This simple row is very close, an unbeaten determination, and yet I hesitate. The presence here, just behind me, lighter than the breath, as a silhouette in the glance. If I turn back, she'll disappear. I need few seconds to realize what I'm seeing. Nathaniel. What a cool moment. Here, strong. He'll manage to finish off with these little things worrying our friend. He should rush. He's got so many things to whisper when he approaches my ears. My head's spinning. The war, demons, good and bad, power, magic, redemption, transition, reality. Too many info, too much memories. I can't bear anymore. Blood from my belly. I'm falling. The world is fading away, replaced by a huge hole. Here I am, alone in my new home, and wondering, am I the most monstrous person in the world? No, certainly not. Am I a monster? A basic one. Not the most talented, but anyway, a monster? Yes, definitely. My escape lines? None. My exit? Don't know. Change? Impossible. Go away? Not simple. I haven't always been here, or always known this violence. I had a normal life before. It might be a dream, unless this is the dream. My only choice today makes me falter like an overwhelming wave. I'm drowning, suffocating, struggling, but dying. I don't want, but it seems so easy and sweet. Looking around for a hand to handle, but do I really want to? Decidedly, even dying is hard. I must breathe, must fight more. Not today, not now. Somebody needs me. However, I recognize all the voices around. Knowing them, they call me, even if I don't know anymore who they are. There's a storm in my head. Seems to collapse. In front of me, suffering lists, wounds and fights. But behind, just silence and sadness of a too calm life worth to be. I am told to go back in this cold world where I'm useless, where I don't want to go. But I choose the roughness world where I am required, even if it's something else that's among me. Among all, he's got the most terrific voice, and yet, at this moment, I decided to believe in me, to dare choosing myself, and maybe achieve what will be my new destiny. If I look back, if I turn away, then I'll be free to come back. I'll be strong enough to stand up and run to those whom I choose. Jared, Arcus, read for me. I won't let you. Don't give up. When I wake up, still dizzy in a red pond, disoriented, I go on studying. Really surprising what human body can bear without any care. In front of me, the forest seems denser. I focus my attention on every branch, each trunk. One oak clears, another one appears. When I can see the sky, it's full of black clouds, floating over my head, almost standing still. The pain, so bad when I woke up a while ago, seems more bearable as I get closer. Most of all, I have no time to linger as the drums of war become more deafening. At least, they silenced the voice that were earlier tapping me. I arrived at the cabin, and although it was unlikely, I feel fine. Ready to take a weapon to defend life. I have changed. I have to adjust, not making the same mistake. I won't stop the war, but I want to live in this world. Not get lost, and finally not be alone anymore. For now, it is in the plain just behind the little hut that I joined my friends. So happy to see me again, and just to rush for an escape. They are not alone too. Other fighters have joined, carried by the same hope. If I ventured a comparison, I would see myself as a lord in his besieged castle. I will have my solid foundations anchored deep in the earth. Beautiful towers on both sides, and the highest will rise up to break the clouds. Unfortunately, there's always something or someone to threaten my peace. A dark enemy strikes the first blow, trying to shake the fort. And yet, despite the attacks, there are only a few breaches. My castle will not crumble. The threat is now all around us. My friends collapse one by one. It hangs over me tirelessly. It is an evil that destroys everything, inexorably. Everything falls apart, collapse. The war is here, without a blaze of glory. But the foundations are strong. Even weakened, we stand strong facing those monsters. With sword strokes, twist of fate, but also with our fist and heart, we cast our last forces into the battle. As one, we stand up facing the enemy, and driven by hope and necessity, we rise again tirelessly after falling. For the first time in my life, I have no doubt. I am at the right place where I have to be, among the battalions smuggling their hatred and terror. All my dreams, every past moments and persons met, have ever been there only for that minute. They simply led me to this last face-to-face with my greatest fear. I don't know my enemy. I am heading towards his gloomy voice filling my head. Desperate, forced by our armies, he's holed up in this damp cave. one I feared this morning is nothing but a small shapeless mass, curled up in a corner. This parietal image, ridiculous, of my boogeyman is so pathetic that I hesitate to put him down with a dead blow. And it is strange, but I know that he has got part of me. No. It's settled. I'd rather get back.